August weather, eh, Georgie?
Oh, I like it. Rain coming in off the sea. Best kind of rain, that is.
Brighton's changed some, hasn't it? Why, I barely recognise a scrap of it.
No more Ritz ice rink. You remember? 2 shillings for the night.
Yeah, then bottles of Guinness along the beach. And a ballad from my boy.
We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know when.
Oh, Georgie, here's that pub. Shall we stop in?
The Bear and Cub. It looks a little loud. Getting late. Maybe just head back to the B&B, eh?
Oh, nonsense. It won't bite.
Oh, excuse me. Hello. Excuse.
Hello?
Right.
Very much so, thank you. Could I have a medium glass of house red? And my husband will have a Guinness, please.
Coming right up. You from out of town?
Yes, down from Epsom for the weekend.
Thought as much.
Gosh, it's awfully crowded, isn't it? Perhaps we should...
Look, there's a table. Well, this is certainly something, isn't it, George?
Yes, quite.
Look at those men dancing. Gosh, they really give it their all, don't they?
Quite different from our day.
Hey, Frank, what's up with Mr. and Mrs. Brown Bread over there?
Gilmus tourists.
I'll have some fun with them. Excuse me, is it alright if I grab that seat, Mo?
Oh, yes. That is, I mean...
Not at all, young man. Help yourself.
Ta, love. Oh, don't worry, I just got to roll a cigarette.
Oh, please, it's no bother. I really liked your dancing.
No, thanks.
Say something nice, George.
I like your get-up. You wear a lot of colours, don't you? Tell me, are those safety pins through your ear?
Yeah, mostly. I like your sweater. Very beige. You could do with tighter trousers, though.
Oh,
I'm Beatrice, and this is my husband, George.
Jay.
Nice to meet you, Jay. Would you like a drink?
Oh, yeah, okay. Ta.
George?
oh, yes. What can I get you?
Oh, I'll have a sex on the beach, George.
Oh, okay.
So you guys from out of town?
That obvious, eh? Yes, we're down for the weekend.
Enjoying it?
Oh, yes. Brighton's such a vibrant place, isn't it?
Thanks, George.
Oh, my pleasure.
So what brings you to the Bear and Cub?
We heard this was the most rambunctious gay bar in town.
Stone the cows, so you know.
Yes, that's why we came.
Yeah?
Yes. My husband is gay. Aren't you, George?
Well, that is to say, yes.
Oh, right. Sorry, I wouldn't have guessed. But you're still married?
Oh my, yes. After 44 years, we've gotten rather used to each other. Besides, it was only last summer that he... how is it they say it? To come...
Came out?
Yes, that's it. He only realised last summer. Of course, I knew a lot longer.
Took you a while, eh, Georgie?
Yes, quite some time.
Yes, well, it was different in our day. In the 50s, if you were caught doing that sort of thing, you'd end up in prison. It seems we're heading into a far fairer time.
Oh, I don't know. Still plenty of brutes about.
May I ask, if it's not too inappropriate, When did you know? And how? How did it go?
Well, now we're friends. No, I'm down from Glenshire. Nothing there but factory smoke and sour fishermen. When I got old enough to ride the bus to town and drink, I was still too narrow-hipped and fey to get by in the pubs. Besides, I was always getting side-eye from some hairy-bellied Neds who'd like nothing more than put a pint glass across the head of some queer. You know the worst part?
What's that, dear?
They were my type. Anyway, my pop caught me in my Mars makeup this one time, put the back of his hand across my face, rattling teeth. Enough to make the world spin. He never hit me without good reason before. Moved down here not long afters.
Oh, I am sorry, dear. I know just how you feel. My father was the same. He liked Scotch. It was never talked about, but I gather he'd had rather a bad war and used the drink to forget it. I saw marks on my sweet Ma far too many mornings.
Oh, horrible, ain't it? To have to live in fear like that.
Yes, like a thick air to the home, hard to take a clean breath.
How'd you get away?
Why, Georgie? Pa hated him, of course. Too mild. One day, George had come to take me to the pictures. Pa had the knock for some reason and grabbed me by my wrist, twisting it terribly. George stood to him, back braced, and with a voice trembling, told him if he wanted to put hands to me, he'd have to put them to George first. He shrank away, of course. Of all the things my pa was, he was a coward most. Not long afters, I asked George to be his wife.
Oh, well done, George.
Oh, my. Thank you.
So you met your Bertie, and you love her. I can see that plain enough. But all these years, there must have been men that turned your head.
I couldn't do that to Beatrice. It wouldn't have been fair.
Then what about feelings? Deep down? Never?
There was John.
Oh, yes. Tell us about John.
John was an old friend. I knew him from the service. We were stationed in Istanbul together. He wasn't like the other men. He was sensitive, not like me. Perhaps at least. He held his feelings out for all to see, luminous. He would read out Wordsworth by the campfire as the cool wind came in off the desert, his face lit orange by the flame. It all comes back to me sometimes. Dream.
And what happened to him?
Oh, he died. Training accident with live fire. That sort of thing happened an awful lot in those days. He never knew how I felt, though frankly, neither did I.
Oh, George, you and your heart.
So, Bertie, what are you going to do when George is chatting up all the blokes?
Oh, I have my crosswords, dear.
When you feel left out?
Georgie has pulled me through more thickets than I can remember. So for our golden anniversary, I think he's earned a cruise.
Oh, Bertie.
You must think of me an awfully silly old man to be trying to run around with all you young men, with all your clubs and get-up. What do I think I was?
Why, you're Georgie, and welcome to the party.
Oh, my.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm needed back on the dance floor. See you around, loves.
How was that, Georgie?
It was quite something. Oh, Well, old girl, what next?
Oh, I don't know. What about San Francisco?
Goodbye, good luck and farewell from life's crazy carousel. You gave them all